Welcome back to Title Talk with Luba, your trusted guide to all things real estate and title. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been coming up more often lately: REO properties, also known as real estate owned properties. These are homes or commercial properties that have gone through foreclosure but didn't sell at auction, so now they are owned by the bank. I was recently asked, is the title process different for REO properties in New York or New Jersey? And the answer is yes and no. So let's break it down. When you're buying a standard property, the seller usually has a pretty clear understanding of the property's history, liens, and obligations. But with REO properties, the bank has taken possession after foreclosure, often with limited knowledge of what's attached to the title. That's where due diligence becomes critical. In New York, title professionals have to be extra cautious because foreclosures must strictly follow judicial procedures. If there's any defect in the foreclosure process, it can affect the new buyer's ownership rights. So we carefully review the foreclosure judgment, the referee's deed, and make sure all necessary parties were properly notified and named in the action. In New Jersey, the process is also judicial, but the redemption rights and court confirmation play a big role. We check that the final judgment of foreclosure is valid and that the right of redemption has expired before issuing a title policy. For both states, there's also the question of outstanding municipal issues, unpaid taxes, water or code violations, and prior liens that might not have been properly discharged. Banks often sell REO properties as is, so a thorough title search protects the buyer from inheriting someone else's problems. In short, when it comes to REO properties, the title process doesn't change dramatically, but the level of scrutiny certainly does. So if you're an investor or a buyer looking at a bank-owned property, make sure you're working with a knowledgeable title company that understands REO nuances in your state. That's a wrap on this week's Title Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Visit www.exclusivelandservices.com for more helpful info. Until next time, stay confident, keep learning, and keep closing strong. I'm Luba, and this was Title Talk.